Hi, I'm Tom with the Luxury Home Show, and today you're joining me at this beautiful country estate where I'm going to show you what £2.5 million gets you here in the northwest of England. This is again a really bright space thanks to this skylight up above me and the amazing sliding doors out towards the garden.
I mean, just look around you, you've got the rolling hills, such a fantastic place to be. God's country.
Yeah, check this out. I could get used to this. So welcome to Holton in the Lancashire countryside. We are a few miles away from Lancaster and right on the edge of the Forest of Bowden. Now this beautiful country estate behind me sits on a plot of over 5 acres. We've got 7,000 square feet of living space inside and it's on the market for offers over £2.5 million. Now this home was built in the 1930s and it's seen life through many different eras. During the Second World War, it was an officers' barracks. And then later on in the 1950s, it was home to entertainer Frankie Vaughan, who used to come here actually in the summer and fish for salmon down in the River Lune. What a life. Back then, life in the country was about fresh air, open space, and a close connection with the land. And that's what this home does best. Only now, with bespoke interiors, luxurious suites, cinema room, and amazing views across the Lune Valley. This is a home that captures that 1930s country lifestyle, but brings it right into the 21st century. Let's have a look around. So naturally, before we head inside, we're going to start on the front exterior of the property. You come in through these electric gates, so you're nice, private and secure. We're also incredibly secluded here. And the owner was telling us the security feed can actually be accessed from your mobile phone. You can open the gates there as well. Even when you're not home, you can let people in. Pretty handy. We've got a massive amount of parking for all of your cars. Whether it's your car collection or you're hosting a social event, yeah, you're pretty equipped for parking here. We've got a double car garage as well, just to my right. An amazing fountain feature right in the middle, which you've probably already noticed, but you can sweep in, drive all the way around that. There's even more parking around the corner. As I mentioned, earlier on, we are set on 5 acres here. So there's an incredible amount of landscape gardens, lawned areas. Yeah, this is beautiful, but I'm about ready to head inside. So should we have a little explore? Yeah, come on, let's have a look. So welcome inside. We're going to start the tour here in the entrance hall. We've got 6,796 square feet to get through. And this entrance hall, I think, sets the tone very well. You can already get a sense of the proportions. The homes built around this period of 1930s, it was all about hosting, wasn't it? You can imagine people gathered around the piano, having a few drinks. Yeah, lovely. We've got cornicing details around the ceilings, feature chandeliers, and this marble flooring that goes all the way through most of the living areas on the ground floor. It's a Florentine brush marble. Over in front of me, we have the sash windows. As you first come in, you've got such a great view all the way through to the Lune Valley out the back. Incredible. We've got a sweeping staircase and all the bedrooms up there. But first, we're going to go through to the kitchen. Come this way. So this kitchen is completely bespoke. It was designed by a kitchen designer from Yorkshire called Brian Ramwell. All of the colours that we see through here are farrow and ball colours, as you'd expect in a country property, and equally, as you'd expect in a country property, we have an Aga. Now these are always on, and it's very warm. Grateful for these right now, keeping my hands toasty. We have silestone worktops on not only the central kitchen island, but also the worktops around and some of the splashbacks. So very resistant to hot pans, things like that. You can pop them on there, no worries. We've got integrated appliances through here. This is a KitchenAid microwave. And if we come around here, the fridge and freezer is also integrated. Miele side by side, fridge and freezer, but it's nice to see them, actually tucked away. So you don't have to look at a big metal box, And then in the kitchen, we have 2 sinks. So there's a prep sink at that end. So if you're cutting veg, you want to wash it up, things like that. It's pretty ideal. And then over here, we have the Belfast sink, which also has the boiling tap. Nice. Over on this side, we have the breakfast stools, nicely tucked away underneath the island, perfect for a bit more of an informal, breakfast, let's be honest. And then one more thing in this kitchen, in case you're wondering, through here is access through to the utility garage. We're gonna head down there in a sec, don't worry. Last thing in the kitchen though, is this pantry. So like how the fridge and freezer are kind of integrated, the pantry is too. Look at that. So here in the dining room is another room with great proportions. I mean, ceiling heights aren't bad, are they? I'm over 6 foot, by the way. This is, yeah, really impressive, incredibly spacious. We've got a 10-seater dining table, definitely room for more. I believe the table actually extends as well. We've got access out onto the patio through this side. Amazing views through the sash windows. We're gonna get pretty much amazing views from every room, I'm not gonna lie. But in here, a very cool feature that I have to show you. Check this out. So you don't have to have your TV out all the time. You know, you can have it tucked away so you get a more seamless aesthetic look. But when you want, you know, that modern day guilty pleasure, we've got you covered. And if you're enjoying it, press that button there. It's free to do, come on. All right, so last room off the kitchen with this same marble flooring that flows all the way through these spaces we've just seen. This is again a really bright space thanks to this skylight up above me and the amazing sliding doors out towards the garden. Another great space to watch some TV. It's a pretty versatile room though, there's a lot you could do with this. But yeah, we're gonna see these exterior grounds and it's gonna blow you away. So I'm not gonna go out there yet, but we will soon, don't you worry. So, leaving the kitchen and coming through here, I mentioned we have the garage, but on the way, we have the utility room, washer, dryer. There's a dog wash along with a downstairs toilet just off the kitchen, nice. If we go this way, there's also a wine cellar, which is handy, of course, for storing wine bottles, gun store, things like that. We are in the countryside, but through here is the garage. So come on through, have a look. So while this is a garage, it's a very versatile space. I mentioned when we were outside just how much parking you actually have. So if you didn't need to have your cars inside, this would make a very good gym or bike storage, which is what the current owners have done. We're in an area of outstanding natural beauty here near the forest of Bowland. We're only 20 miles away from the Lake District. There's Lancaster cycle trails around. So this is the perfect place to have a mountain bike like this. You know, whether it's long trips, like I say, to the Lake District, or just a local, you know, Sunday cycle. Imagine this. Get your bikes out, go into the countryside, local pubs, only a couple miles away. So just on your way home, stop for a pint, stop for a Sunday roast. Pretty ideal. There's even a toilet there as well, and a shower. So if you're pretty muddy after your cycle, you can come in, wash off before you even go into the main house. Pretty handy. There's a separate access to the house through here on the outside, and another utility room dedicated for muddy things. So whether that's dogs, trainers, wellies, you're equipped here. Okay, so you've got second washing machine, sling all your dirty bits in there. So ideal. And then round the corner here, we have a shower for a dog. And not only do we have a shower for a dog, there's also a house for a dog, a 2-dog heated kennel just outside. So yeah, the dogs are pretty looked after here. They don't even pay rent. Mental. Okay, back into the entrance hall. We've got one more room off of here, so let's head into the lounge. So one of the best things about this room is the dual aspect. You've got light coming in from 2 different angles. We've got 2 sets of sash windows and then French doors out to the back. And above the French doors, there's actually a stained glass feature. Amazing. And then in the middle of the room, we have this marble fireplace. Look at this, very ornate. We've got the cast iron detail, open fireplace. Yeah, you can imagine this room getting very cozy and warm during the winter. You've got the soft carpet, obviously the fireplace, but also you have these period appropriate radiators to keep this space warm. Yeah, very cozy. So now we're finishing up with the wing behind you. We're gonna head towards this side of the house where we have the staircase up to all of the bedrooms, but we've got more rooms on the ground floor. So just around this corner, we've got a guest bedroom just here. Next to that is another guest bedroom, which has its own ensuite. But then if we carry on, we go to the office. So come on through and I'll show you. We switch from that marble flooring that we've seen throughout the rest of the ground floor onto an oak wood herringbone flooring. There's loads of joinery in this room. So bespoke shelving, we've got 2 working stations, great spot there to read a book, and an impressive Lego collection. Along with amazing views yet again, of course, but one of the most impressive things in this room, I think, is this little hidden access, which takes us through to the guest suite. Come on through. So, as I mentioned, guest suite. This is designed to be an extra bedroom, but currently it's set up as a bit of a games, cinema and gym space. So we've got herringbone flooring again, but in here in a slightly more modern kind of grey colour. And we've got amazing views out through these sliding doors. This is essentially like a garden room. We're gonna head out there in just a second. But as I mentioned, it's set up so that it can be a bedroom. You've got your dressing room through here, an ensuite bathroom with a bath, shower, obviously toilet, and some amazing and really striking black Brazilian tiles in there. But the projector actually comes down from here, so you can sit there watching your TV, Sonos sound system connected to the ceiling. Yeah, pretty insane, right? I think it's only right if I try and break, so let's see. I'm a little bit out of practice here. What do you reckon, Daniel? Am I getting one in? He's shaking his head. And he was right. Okay, so coming outside, we've got a decent amount to cover here, so we're gonna have a good old explore. Just behind you, there's actually a separate garage, which is kind of used for like sit-on mowers, things like that. We've got a great amount of terraced space. So like I said at the start, like hosting social events here would be incredible, even weddings. We've got a lovely little boxed hedge section here, landscape gardening all the way through. I mean, if you think about the sort of monetary value of all just the plants alone in this garden, it's insane. It's been growing since 1930s, consider that. So as we go this way, more terraced area. This is the lounge with the carpet that we saw. So you got access out through those French doors all the way down. If you come around the corner, you're starting to get a sense of the views, right? It's like 360-degree views all the way around here. It's absolutely beautiful. We've got outdoor seating here. So if you want to pop outside just from the kitchen and the dining room and have a little al fresco dining, perfect. But I think it gets really special as we head down this way. The symmetry, the views of the valley. This is very impressive. I'm going to come on through our cast iron gate. That's a proper gate. Look at that. And out onto our pond area. So how about these for views? Pretty amazing. We've got a variety of boxed hedged areas, landscape gardening all over. There's so many spaces to explore and get lost here. We're so secluded in the middle of nature, but excellently connected. So we're really close to Lancaster railway station. We're only about 3 minutes away from the M6. So if you do need to drive into the cities, go down south, you can do that, you know? With over 5 acres of land, there are so much lawned areas, but you've also got paddocks just out the back, perfect for equestrian use, or as we found out yesterday from local Ryan, great for shooting too.
I mean, just look around you. You've got the rolling hills. It's such a fantastic place to be. You know, from wooded areas to flat country, it's idyllic. It's absolutely fantastic. Paul. God's country, North Lancashire, edge of the Lake District, an edge of Yorkshire really. You've got all sorts of shoots, so you've got the game shoots, Alton Park, Qualmer Park, and then you've got the Duke of Westminster's estate just in the background there. But you know, there's all sorts of activities from clay shooting to any fishing, off-road driving. You know, the world's your oyster here. It's just a idyllic place. And on a day like today, look at it. It's just amazing.
Okay, so we're back inside. Great to hear from Ryan. I could definitely see myself getting into some shooting in an area like this. We actually had a bit of a go, so you should definitely follow the Luxury Home Show Instagram if you want to see what we get up to on these shoots, get some behind the scenes. But now we're finished up on the ground floor. We're going to head up this sweeping staircase and have a look at some bedrooms. Come on up. So up on the first floor then, there are 4 bedrooms off this central landing, 6 in total in the house, 7 if we count the games room that we just saw with the cinema. So we're going to start off through here, but before we do, just notice how bright this space is. We've got a skylight up above me and then another one above that, so you have natural light coming in all the way from the roof of the property. Amazing. So let's start in this one here. Come on. Okay, so first bedroom up here, the one thing I noticed is how spacious all of these bedrooms are, like in terms of ceiling heights, but also just the general proportions. There really shouldn't be any arguments about who gets which room. They've all got such positives, like all of them have en-suites. We've got the en-suite just in front of me there, but this one has access out onto the terrace. Before we head out there though, one great thing about this room, I think because of this chandelier, is in the evening, the sun comes in and it creates this like really amazing effect of the light bouncing off throughout the room. Yeah, but let's have a look out here, because this is, well, I mean, it's not a balcony, it is a terrace. Come on. Now, I said it wouldn't matter which room you go for. This one definitely has the benefit of this insanely large terrace space. And the views from here, oh my gosh. Glass balustrade so that when you're down on the sun lounges, your view isn't interrupted. Incredible, I'm gonna actually use it. So it's raised decking area. Oh yeah, check this out. I could get used to this. Okay, so next up, we have the added benefit of these built-in wardrobes. So you've got like a walk-in wardrobe section, loads and loads of storage through here in this lovely wood joinery. We've got a very impressive chandelier in this bedroom, and it's been set up as a kind of twin bed, right? But you could easily have a king-size bed, even bigger, in this bedroom. Another ensuite here, so again, not shorted on that, walk-in shower, lovely. And again, in all the bedrooms, Sonos, love it. So another guest bedroom. This one arguably has the biggest ensuite, so that's definitely a bonus to this bedroom. But again, the proportions are so good. We've got sash windows to the side and to the back of the house, so you get those incredible valley views from this one. I love it, so good. Okay, time to see the primary bedroom. Before we do, up this staircase on the top floor, there's actually a separate living room. Perfect place to watch a movie. You've got an ensuite up there, loads and loads of storage. But now, let's see that last bedroom. Now this is definitely the most spacious bedroom, hence why it's the primary suite. We've gone for a little bit more of a neutral colour palette in here with the wallpaper, so it stays really bright and fresh, very relaxing. We've got dual aspect views out of sash windows, but this time, unlike the other side of the house, we actually have the valley views from both of these windows. It is honestly incredible. You never really get used to it. We've got a chandelier hanging up above the bed, incredibly opulent, Sonos again. And this time though, we have the dressing room and the ensuite, as well as that terrace. So let's start with the ensuite and then we'll work our way that way. So again, really bright in here. I mean, look how the light is just flooding in. This might be one of the best spots I've ever seen to have a bath. And this bath, it's a chunky boy as well. Look how big this is. The marble tiles in here are Florentine marble tiles, and all of the bathrooms have Lefroy Banks sanitary ware. So that's consistent throughout, but this time in here we have twin sinks. So no elbow in when you're trying to brush teeth. Super bright in here. You've got the walk-in shower. Yeah, amazing. Right, let's have a look at the dressing room. So the bespoke wardrobes in here are designed by the same chap who did the kitchen, Brian Ramwell in the Yorkshire Dales. So we've got plenty of fitted wardrobes here, storage up above as well. We've even got a Sonos still actually in the dressing room, so you can listen to your songs while you're getting ready. We've got a dressing table area here, perfect for applying makeup and all that good stuff I know so much about. Anyway, we have access out onto the terrace behind you, so let's go and have a look there. So this terrace is private for only the principal suite. We've got a skylight just below me here from the living area down by the kitchen. And just taking the views one last time, honestly, it's insane. The views towards the side of the house as well, it just doesn't stop. You've got a staircase here, so you can come up from downstairs and enjoy a drink here in the evening, morning coffee up here with those, just, oh, wow. Yeah, incredible. Come over here and have a look. And we can see down to the landscape gardens that we explored earlier. Yeah, we've seen a lot of house today. A lot for your money. 2.5 million for this. Imagine in London, like a terrace house. So that's all for the tour today. I hope you've enjoyed this little escape to the countryside with me. And if you did, you'll definitely enjoy this tour we filmed with Rachel Ashwell in the Cotswolds. Enjoy, and I'll see you next time.
Welcome Luxury Home Show. I'm Rachel Ashwell, founder of Shabby Chic, designer, and I want to show you around my home, Meadow Manor, in the English countryside. So come on in.